We are working on a customizable hard hat today. In the previous video, we learned how we can make a hat. There are different ways of making a hat. We learned how to make a hat from top to down and how to make a hat from bottom to top. This is from bottom to top. We started with the initial chain according to your hat size. You need to know what will be your hat width, and then you will make initial chain. You can find the chart on the Google, and I will also attach a chart in the description of this video, and then you can find it there. And according to that chart, you find the hat width. You make the initial chain according to the size that you want to make your hat in, and then you can start making one double crochet in each chain within the first row. When you're done with that, then we will make a brim using front post and back post. Here you can see the brim of the hat that we made using double crochet front post and double crochet back post. And then this was it. This was like we did one double crochet row and then 3 rows for the front post and back post. And then we started working on the hat body. For the hat body, I choose the waffle stitch, but there's a variation of a waffle stitch that I am doing. You can see this is the right side of the hat, and waffle stitch will look like this. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. Today we are working on a hat variation, customizable hat. You can make this hat like you can follow me with the brim, and for the hat body you can follow the pattern that I am making, and you can make your own pattern as well. You can use any of your favorite stitch to make the body of the hat. To make the hat as I described, you need to know the width of the hat. For example, I have this width, this hat, and I want to make another hat in this size, so I will measure the hat. Or if you know, if you have a person around you, you measure his head from forehead around it, and then you will make, for example, this was 13 inch uh, around, measuring around, and then we have to make initial chain 13 inches long, and then you have to start working double crochets in the first row, and then we will make in the next row we will make 2 front post stitches and then 2 back post stitches for the ribbing. We made 3 rows. One row was for double crochet simple row, and then 2 rows from for front post and back post. So that was the 3 rows for the brim. You can see that how it's stretchy. And then I started working on the body of the hat. This is my third row, 1, 2, and 3, and I chose the waffle stitch to make the hat. So here you can see the waffles forming. These are the front post and these are the double crochets that I have made. You, after making the brim, you can follow the same pattern, the waffle stitch pattern, to make the hat, or you can use this brim and you can use any of your favorite stitch on the top to make this hat in. And you can watch the previous video for more details. And now we are working on our waffle stitch, and we are completing the length of the hat. I am making this in the size for a baby, like it will fit for about 0 to 3 month, or baby is not very healthy that it fit about 0 to 6 month old. We will see what kind of measurements we are end up with. I started with the 32 centimeter long chain, and then I made one double crochet in each stitch, and then for the next row I made 2 front post and then two back posts alternatively, and I followed the same pattern for 2 more rows. And then I started making my waffle pattern. For this waffle pattern, you can see I am adding 2 front post stitches, and then I am adding 2 simple double crochets to make this design of the waffle. As I said earlier, this is a customizable hat. This is the right side of the hat, and this is the wrong side. So you can make the variation. I'll write down everything, all the measurements using double knit yarn, and make a pattern, and I'll share with you guys as well. I'll add a video for that as well. And uh, in the previous video, as I told you, that for this pattern you don't need any specific kind of yarn or any specific kind of hook. You can use any of the available hook and yarn that you have and continue working with it. As we are working with the measurements, so you just need to make initial chain in centimeters without counting the stitches. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Let's see how our hat will look like. I need to add a pom-pom on the top of hat as well. And I have two color variation. One is white and one is beige. Tell me what color I should go for the pom-pom. I am more inclined towards the beige. What do you say? I like the pattern, how it's forming. I'm using double knit yarn and 4 millimeter crochet hook. Pattern for this waffle stitch is that we are making front post stitches in two stitches, a front post in two stitches, and then double crochet in two stitches. The stitches that are a bit raised from the surface of the head, and that we will make a front post, and the stitches that are not raised, in that we are making double crochets. And this is the best trick for the waffle stitch. The texture is forming really well. I'm happy with that. Do you prefer the measurements in centimeters or inches? I need to make a chart, and I will share with you guys as well, so I'll make accordingly. If you prefer inches, I'll add inches, and if you prefer centimeter, then I can write down in centimeters. It really matters. Your response and opinion really matters a lot. Don't be shy to write down your answer in the chat. Welcome everyone who are joining now. We are working on waffle stitch crochet hat. This is customizable. You can make this has hat basically in any size. I am working on a pattern and I will share the pattern soon with you guys, and then you can follow the pattern as well. But if you want to make and using a different yarn or different hook size, you can easily make it just following the instructions. You can make any size of the hat from bottom to top. All you need to do is measure the head from forehead all the way around and see the measurements, and then start making the initial chain accordingly, and then start working on the length. We are working on the length of our hat that is made using waffle stitch, and that's how it looks like. The waffle is forming on both sides actually. It's hard to say which one is right side. So it's a reversible hat. You can wear from both sides. This stitch is a combination of front post and double crochet stitches. In two stitches we make front post, and in the next two we make double crochet, and then we chain them in the next row. The stitches where we are making front post, in the next row we'll make a double crochet on them, and the stitches we are making double crochet in the next row we make front post on them. We are working on waffle stitch. It's a variation of waffle stitch in that we are adding two stitches with the front post and two stitches with double crochet. I would prefer to keep this side as the right side. Who's interested in a bag? uh, Look at this beauty that we made yesterday, and it is very sturdy bag. I didn't attach the handle yet, but you can see how sturdy it is. I don't need to, it doesn't need any support, it doesn't have any lining, it's still sturdy enough to stand like this. And you can see the base of the bag, sides, and I still need to finish off these ends. And we did this video on this bag yesterday, and if you are a bag lover, this should be a must have pattern. You should try it. Good morning, how are you? I'm good. I'm making a customizable hat today. This is second video for that. We did one video earlier today. In that video we made the base, and now we are working on the length of the hat. And you can customize this hat in any size you want. I also shared a bag with you guys. I need to add a handle for this bag. A sturdy bag. We are working on waffle stitch baby hat, and we are about to decrease for the length. This is the last row, and after this we will start decreasing. We started making from bottom to top. We did the brim first, and then we started using making waffle stitches. We did the waffle stitches a slightly different than a normal pattern. It's a variation of waffle stitch. We use two front posts and then two double crochets to create this design, and you can make this hat in any size that you want. And for this pattern you don't have any restrictions for the hook or yarn as well. You can use the yarn that is available to you. You can use the hook that you have. Just make the hat with the chain according to the head, head, measure around the head from forehead all the way around, and then make a chain accordingly using the yarn and the hook you have. For example, I was making for a baby and I made 30 centimeter long chain. And then for the first row you have to make double crochets as a base for the brim. And as my brim is using front post and double crochet, sorry, double post, what I'm saying, the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet stitches. So I did combination of two front post stitches and then two back post stitches alternatively. And then when I was done with the brim, you can keep the brim as wide as you want. This is my brim that long. And then on the top of it I started adding my waffle stitch, and this is the last row that I am adding in the length. And after this I will add 3 rows to decrease the hat from the crown. And then we will add a contrasting color pom-pom that will add a special feature on the hat. The hat is, I feel like it's incomplete until you add the pom-pom on the top. I will add cream color pom-pom, and the yarn that I am using is a double knit yarn. You can also say this 8-ply yarn or size 3 yarn. And the hook I'm using is 4 millimeter. It's almost there. We will do 3 decrement rows. For the first row we will decrease every third stitch and then every second stitch. I find it easy to work on the hat from bottom to top rather than the top to bottom. Because when you are increasing, sometime you end up way too large hat, and sometimes you end up way too narrow on the crown area. After this row, this will be first row of decreasing the stitches.
Guess where I got those pins? Guess where I got those pins? Okay.
Now this is the first row of decreasing. Okay, we need to do the three rows of decreasing on the crown. So if I see My 3 rows mean about 1.5 inches, and if I see in the centimeters, it means like 3 centimeters. So when you are left with a 3 centimeter in the length, then start decreasing. So I will make two front post stitches, and then I'll make a decrease stitch in next two front post stitches, and next two stitches I will make a decrease. I'll make a decrease on double crochet stitches basically. To make my first decrease, I will start making a double crochet. Yarn over, pull through first two loops, don't finish it, yarn over, go in the next stitch, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through two stitches, yarn over and pull through all the stitches, and that's how I make a decrease. Now for the next two stitches I'll make a normal front post stitch, and then in the next two double crochets I will make a decrease stitch just like I did earlier, two double crochets together like that. Again make front post normally, and then make a decrease on the top of next two double crochet stitches. Again make a front post normally, and make a decrease on next two stitches like that. We will continue this pattern for the row. Hello Maria, how are you? Last two rows we will make with the double crochet stitches. We are not going to make any front post or back post. Chain 2, and here we have to decrease every second stitch. Make a double crochet in the first stitch and then make a decrease in next two stitches. Double crochet, decrease. Next will be a double crochet and then a decrease stitch. These are the last two rounds of the crown of the hat, and we are making one double crochet and one a decrease stitch. And we are working with the double crochet stitches. One double crochet and one decrease stitch. For last row we will make double crochet decreases in all the stitches. Once you are done with the length and you done decreasing, we did the 3 rows of decreasing. First was that we made the 2 front posts and then we made a decrease stitch in double crochet stitches. And second last row we started making only double crochets and we made a decrease every second stitch. And now for the last row we only made decrease stitches, double crochet decrease stitches. You have to do it in for all the sizes that you're doing. In the last 3 rows will be the same for all the sizes. Now we will cut the yarn by leaving a slightly long strand, and then we will stitch the top of the head and side of the head, and then we will just close it like this as well. This is called mattress stitch, and we're using this stitch to stitch on the top of the head, and we will use the same stitch to stitch the sides of the head. In that stitch you make a stitch in the left side and then you make a stitch in the right side. This was the wrong side of the head. Now I'll make simple stitches on the top of it. Then I need to stitch on the side of the head now. We can make simply running stitch as well. Now I need to see stitch on the sides of the head. And here we will use the mattress stitch as well. Doing one, making a stitch on the left side and then making a stitch on the right side. one stitch on the left side and one on the right side. Keep going until you reach to the bottom of the hat. Now let's make a DIY pom pom. Let me finish this video and then start over again for the pom pom, and then we make a pom pom.